Well, what the fuck, perdóname. We're back. We're back. And we got a straight banger coming on. You guys are not ready for this. So I I I was thinking, guys. I needed to find a girl, right? I was like, dang, I gotta I gotta get my partner, you know? Eh, I'm 19. The age just keep going coming passing by faster and faster. So I decided that I was gonna go on the quest for love. And I wanted to start by my first ever girlfriend, bro. She was the best. I loved her since I was a kid. But things happened. We couldn't be together. But today we're gonna be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Specifically, a mod of Doki Doki Literature Club called the Doki Doki Within. I have no idea what this is. So you guys are equally joining me on this ride. Sorry about that. Let me grab chat real quick. Give me a second, guys. Doing this so I can read chat with you guys. Ooh, what are we thinking? What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking right now? I think it's really good right now. At least that's what I believe. Okay, you guys come join. I can read you, and yeah, just let me know what you guys are thinking so far, right? Okay. Anyways, let's go with Dave. I think, right? Can I just go with Dave? I'm going with Dave. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Cause like, oh, I gotta read. We gotta read. It's a regular Tuesday morning, like any other. Nothing too exciting, but not entirely boring either. This is a basic run-of-the-mill school run. As usual, I'm waiting for Sayori, my neighbor and childhood best friend. I remember Sayori, guys. She was great. She's the kind of person you couldn't imagine making friends with day one. Can I like? Sorry, but I have a little. There you go. There you go. That's better. I like my text fast, cause like, bro. But I guess it just works out since we've known each other basically all our lives. In a way, she's like the little sister I never had, despite her being a whole 2 months older than me. I look at the clock on my phone. Come on, Sayori. Be late at this rate, bro. Sayori's trolling, bro. Come on. Oh, I grumble to myself. Eventually, the door of her house opens, and out emerges Sayori. She's getting her bag on, all while keeping a half-eaten slice of toast firmly locked in her jaw. Sorry, I overslept again. Her voice is particularly muffled by the toast. I just roll my eyes and give her a smirk. I figured. Hey. Hey, Sayori finally takes the toast out of her mouth, speaks, her voice still slightly muffled due to her chewing. That's mean, Dave. I'm kidding. I chuckle. That's how I imagine me chuckling here. What are we feeling about this? She knows I'm joking, but her reactions are way too fun to pass up. Anyways, you coming? Well, yeah. We soon start the walk to school with every passing minute. The streets start getting flooded with students, ranging from groups of friends, those on their own, and whatever. I didn't read. And let's see. With Sayori and I making small talk along the way, she then brings up something that's clearly been on her mind for a bit. Say, you've not joined a club yet, have you? No, not yet. I scratch the back of my neck as my voice trails off. Admittedly, I've not really been looking for any clubs. None of the ones I'd seen so far really piqued my interest. And then the one club I've been remotely interested in, the music club, had been closed the previous school year due to lack of funding. I then looked over at Sayori, who seemed to be remembering something. Well, maybe you could check out my club. That reminds me, Sayori has recently told me she was the vice president of the school's recently established literature club. Whilst literature had never really taken my fancy, I do remember my English grades being decent at base. That and as a budding machine, it helps to break down song lyrics to find the meanings behind each track. Okay. Oh my god, I got 3 people watching, guys. Hello, how are we? I'm kind of just playing this. If you guys didn't know, I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club. But I'm playing a mod, returning to my girlfriend, or not my girlfriend. My huge crush. She meant the world to me. But we'll see her soon enough, I believe, and I don't know. Welcome along to this ride. This is a mod of Doki Doki Literature Club called Doki Doki Within. I have no idea what it is, if I'm being like frank with you. But like, yeah, let's see. I mean, I don't really have much else to do, so I guess I could stop by. Yay! That's how I imagine it, guys. Sayori lets out a shiri yawn, still half asleep, I guess. She then grumbles in a way that's so quite audible. Good job. I asked Natsuki to make the special cupcakes last night. I decided to play dumb even though I clearly heard her. What was that? Nothing! She chuckles as we now stand outside the school gates. Anyways, see you later! Sayori, wait! I accidentally activated my Siri, guys, for that. That fried me. Before I can finish, she's already become one of the busting masses. I don't even know where the club is now. Guys, feel free to comment. I'm down to talk with y'all. I want y'all to know if y'all ever played this game. Let me know, honestly. Let me know about anything. I genuinely want to see you guys' opinions on everything. I don't even know where the club is now. Knowing Sayori, she'll realize that and let me know later though, so I can't complain too much. I check my timetable to remind me of my first period. Period 1, history with Mr. L. I didn't read that. I'm so sorry, guys. History, one of the few subjects I'm genuinely any good at. Time to get this day over with. The school day was about as ordinary as ever, and it's over as soon as it began. As I start packing my things, it hits me that I've not seen Sayori since morning. She's gone to the club without me, hasn't she? By the time I get to the door, a familiar flash of peach-colored hair and a red bow catch my eye. Sayori runs up and then holds her arm. I keep activating my Siri when I say Sayori. It's frying me. And then holds her arms against the wall. Give me a second. She speaks between exaggerated breaths. You didn't need to run here, you know? I chuckle with a smirk. Haha. But I forgot to tell you where the club is. My earlier guess was right, I suppose. Fair enough. I step into the corridor. Anyway, we going? Yep. Sayori beams, seemingly full to recover from her breathlessness as we second the workout. We soon find our way up to a section of the school that I rarely visit besides for music class. Soon enough, though, we find our way to the club room. I have peeked through the window and can spot a purple-haired girl with a gentle yet intense expression that's focused on a book on her desk. I can also hear some partially muffled voices hinting at more members. Sayori swings the door open and bolts into the room. Guys, the new member's here! But I haven't even figured out if I like the club yet. Oh well. I timidly enter the room and wave as the club's other members look in my direction. The girl with the purple hair closes her book before getting up and walking towards me. I think I've seen her before in my science class. I could be wrong though. I'm not known for... Hello, guys, I see you joining, but like, I don't know. I want to talk with y'all. Comment, whatever. Again, I genuinely want to see. I genuinely want to get you guys' opinions on this. I know I'm low key baiting on thumbnail and shit, but like right now, we're liking it, right? I like it. It's been a minute. I like when I was a kid, I really loved DDLC, but like I don't know. I'm not known for my attention span in science after all. She speaks in a soft voice that matches her gentle expression. Wait, gotta give her a voice. So you're the Dave that Sayori was talking about? She always says nice things about you. A much shorter girl with pink hair that's decorated with assorted red clips and ribbons comes up. Much like the other girl, I'm certain I've seen her in one of my classes. Just can't remember her name. Surely I'm not that bad with names, am I?
Seriously, Sayori, you brought a boy?
I'm gonna give them all voices.
Way to kill the mood.
The taller girl sighs. Natsuki. The other girl, apparently named Natsuki, relents and averts her gaze away from me. I'm also certain that this is the same Natsuki that Sayori said made some cupcakes. Her smaller stature makes me think she may be a first-year student. Sayori then gets close to me and whispers, "Just ignore her when she gets moody." She then bounces as she steps towards the other girls.
Anyways, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Yuri's face goes a bit red.
Don't just say things like that.
I can imagine someone like her has a bit of struggle keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki.
And of course, there's
Dave? A voice then calls out from behind me, causing me to turn around and meet a face I'd not seen that much since the second year of high school. Hanukkah!
There goes my baby. Ooh, girl, it you.
My face adopts a small grin. She doesn't look like she's changed too much. Then again, I have seen her around the school every so often, but we've not had a glance together since last school year. Back then, she was the most popular girl of the year, and I'm more than certain she still is. She's smart, beautiful, athletic. She's always someone's way out of league of a guy like me. To be honest, I did develop sort of a schoolboy crush on her during the time that we shared English class, but I never worked up the courage to ask her out. We did work on group projects a fair bit, though. I gulped. Haven't seen you in ages. How you been? She smiles sweetly at me, still infectious as always.
I've been good, just busy as usual.
That reminds me, Monica, without a doubt, was the hardest working person I knew. That is true, guys. Her grades were always either near the top or fully on the top of the class in exams.
How about you? How about you, Dave?
I scratched the back of my neck nervously. You know me. Same old. I chuckled just as nervously.
Anyways, why don't you come sit down?
She gestures over an amalgamation of desks in the center of the room, forced to create a makeshift table. I also noticed that Natsuki and Yuri have gone to the back of the club room for somebody to get some other things. With a nod to Monica, I then make my way to sit next to Sayori, still feeling kind of shy. Monica eventually joins us. Whilst having the occasional chat with Sayori, I do catch her making the occasional glance over at me. Eventually, she starts talking to me once again.
So, what made you consider the club?
I mean, I can't just lie to her. Well, Sayori mentioned it on the walk to school this morning, and I told her I'd check it out. I feel my face, oh my god, my bad guys. I feel my face redden a little. Oh shit.
No need to get embarrassed.
Monica eases any nerves I admittedly may have had.
I promise we'll make you feel right at home, okay?
Again, I find myself smiling at her. We then hear Natsuki's footsteps approaching. I turn around and notice her holding a small plastic container. It must be the fabled cupcakes Sayori was on about earlier. She then places the container on the table and rests her hand on the small lid, the edge of the lid.
Okay, y'all ready?
Her voice is lined with anticipation. After a collected nod, Natsuki practically rips off the lid, revealing a batch of white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats.
Ta-da!
Natsuki says with a big toothy grin, clearly proud of her work. The three of our eyes lighten up. They look amazing. I feel kind of bad about eating them. The curse of good-looking food.
So cute.
Sorry, guys. Sayori's excitement overshadows anything else. We each take a cupcake and we start to eat. Honestly, they taste as great as the soft texture of the white cream perfectly accompanies the taste of the small bits of chocolate. I turn to Natsuki, swallowing before opening my mouth. You made these? She raises an eyebrow.
Yeah.
These taste great. Thanks for bringing them. I give her an earnest smile, causing her to fold her arms and blush a little.
Well, it's not like I made them for you or anything.
I never said you did. I decided to give up on Natsuki's bizarre logic and turn my attention to Yuri, who's coming over with a tray holding a collection of teacups and a teapot. The faint steam hinting at freshly made tea, always a pleasant smell. Do you keep a whole tea set in here? Yuri smiles as gently as ever. Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. I smile back. Well, I'm not complaining. Besides, I wouldn't turn down tea. I'm glad. My bad guys.
I'm glad.
Sorry guys. Yuri's cheeks redden a bit as she sets the tray down and starts pouring a drink for each of us. She then takes a seat after handing us our respective cups.
So, Dave.
Oh shit! Holy shittings! Sorry guys, I gotta keep my chat standing right now. Can't have anything bad. Okay.
So, Dave, what kind of things do you like to read?
I was kind of afraid of this question. Like, yeah, I've read a fair bit in the past, but nowhere near as much as anybody else in this club has. Let alone Yuri, bro. Yuri, she's the real bookworm. I remember back in my science class, she be reading. Like, yeah, I've read a fair bit in the past, but nowhere near as. Okay, yeah, I already read this. Of course, I still gotta be honest. Well, most times it ends up being like manga, song lyrics, and some other books. My voice trails off a bit.
No worries. Maybe you'll pick up something to read during your time here.
Maybe I will. I smile at Yuri. I also noticed that Natsuki's head seems to perk up a bit when I mentioned me reading manga. Maybe I'll be able to get recommendations from them both one day. Who knows? As the conversations carry on between each of us, I learn a bit more about the girls' literary interests. Honestly, it's amazing that they all seem quite close, despite their varied tastes. It soon gets suggested that Natsuki's been writing poems, seemingly on the cute side. I'm kind of curious to learn more about that. I turn to her. You write your own poems, Natsuki.
I guess? Why do you care?
I find that impressive. Would you mind showing them at some point?
No.
She retreats into her chair a bit.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a confident writer, I presume. Stating the obvious as usual.
I feel the same as Natsuki.
That was too boyish. My bad, guys. Yuri suddenly pipes up, still as gentle as ever.
Sharing that level of writing requires more than just confidence. You must be willing to show your readers your vulnerable side, even showing them the deepest reaches of your heart.
That's quite poetic if I do say so myself. Monika joins the conversation again.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe Natsuki would feel comfortable if you shared some of your work.
Yuri goes to say something but falls silent shortly. Shortly after a bit of stammering. I empathize with her in a way. Like, I'm not usually the best at sharing my more emotional side so freely. Especially with people I really just met. I glance back at Monika. I guess it's the same for Yuri too.
Aww.
Sari seems slightly downcast. I want to read
everyone's poems.
Well, I'm gonna give Sayori a fucking Texan accent. I gotta low-key look up a Texan accent.
Okay, everyone, I've got an idea.
Our collective gaze fixes onto Monika.
How about we all go home and write a poem of our own, and then share them tomorrow? That way, we'll all be even.
There's a bit of hesitation from Natsuki and Yuri. Kind of expected that to be the case though. I go to speak. Yeah, let's do it. I was cut off. I'm suddenly cut off by Sayori's burst of energy. How the hell do I keep up with her? It does seem to put a smile on Monika's face though. She turns to me.
And since we got a new member now, it should help strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Dave?
Well,
I hadn't actively considered joining any clubs full time, but I can't deny this club has quite relaxed atmosphere. Be it because of the girls themselves or simply because it's a smaller club, I still haven't quite worked that one out yet. Besides, if writing poems is what it takes to reconnect with Monica, then I say it's worth it. I collect my thoughts. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
What? Wait, you're joining?
My response seems to take Sayori by surprise. I nudge her. Come on, you think I wouldn't join? Besides, it's kind of cozy. The feeling of happiness about my decision seems to be mutual throughout the group. Hell, even Natsuki seems glad.
If you came just for cupcakes, I'd be super pissed.
Sounds like something I could see myself saying. Well, that makes it official. Whilst Monica's voice is addressing the four of us, her eyes remain focused on me. Oh shit. Oh shit, guys.
Welcome to the literature club.
After that, the meeting slowly comes to its conclusion. It was a lot less nerve-wracking than I thought it'd be. Everyone seems to be really nice too, which makes the atmosphere that much better. I pull out my phone to make a note for tonight's assignment. Write a poem for tonight. Sorry, then skips up to me as I slide my phone. Let me check my phone, guys. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry, then skips up to me as I slide my phone back into my pocket. You ready to go? Yeah, hang on. Before we leave, I wave and say goodbye to the rest of the club. Whilst Natsuki and Yuri shyly wave back at me, Monica waves back in a way that's almost she's saying goodbye to an old friend. See you tomorrow. Me and Sayori then begin our journey home. Me and Sayori, we like this. That's my twin, that's my blood. All throughout the walk, my mind's already racing about what I could write tonight. However, there's only one thing, one person, in fact, that my mind keeps coming back to. That being Monica. Guys, how could you not fall in love with this? 13-year-old me? 13-year-old me would be going crazy at Monica. Like, dude, I used to watch all the videos about Monica. I remember ever since I wanted to get a computer, right? I wanted to fucking plug in a USB so I could take Monica's character file and like put it into my game and into the USB so I could take Monica around with me anywhere. It's very ridiculous when I'm saying this, and I'm very aware, but like the thing is, that's all I wanted to do ever. Just Monica. I couldn't put a finger on it as why she was floating around in my brain. Maybe it's because of my still present crush on her. Can't say for sure. All I do know is that she leaves me with this rather pleasant feeling in my chest, almost reminding me of when I first laid eyes on her. My bad. I stopped momentarily and placed my hand on my chest. My heart won't stop pounding. Right now, guys, my heart's going crazy. It's going boom, 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 boom. My heart won't stop pounding.
Earth to Dave?
Sayori's voice breaks my thoughts. Yeah?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
I turn my face to her, feeling slightly red.
You okay?
My hand's still on my chest. I feel my heartbeat starting to steady. It's nothing, Sayori. I can tell her why I'm feeling this. I can't tell her why I'm feeling this way, but at least why I think I do. Anyways, just how would you even react? Just 'cause stuff on my mind. That's all. The look Sayori gives me is one that says I can see right through you, but she doesn't say anything to confirm that suspicion.
Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.
I bid her goodbye as we go our separate ways. As usual, I try the door to see if Mom's back from work. I get my key out of my pocket and let myself in. My fucking parents hate me, bruh. They're never home, always working, and when they are home, they just beat me. Dad comes home drunk, beats me. My mom physically berates, not physically, what am I saying? She verbally berates me. I know Mom has been working 2 jobs since my
I swear, my dad's dead. You know, mom just physically berates me all the time. She's working 2 jobs now. She's always mad. But yeah. But honestly, it gets lonely sometimes being here on my own. I fetch a small bag of crisps from the cupboards to keep my stomach satisfied till dinner. Making my cup, Making my way upstairs, I take a quick detour into my bedroom, which I can describe as a nerd's paradise. To drop my bag and get out of my uniform. Can't really focus at home like that now, can I? After that and more snacking, I make my way up to what used to be the guest room. We don't really have long-term guests, so mom decided to give me the room to myself to have somewhere to focus on my music. I still gotta tidy up this room at some point. I sit in the nearby office chair, internally debating with myself whether to work on music or the poem. Thinking about it, it would probably best to sort out the poem. Got to make at least decent first impression with my writing. I get up and return to my room. After sitting at my desk, I grab a pen and a single piece of paper and start jotting down what's on my mind. I remember that being a technique taught to us during the first year of English class. Back then, I didn't expect to be using it outside of class. After about 5 minutes, I'm finished. And Mr. Standard emotional stuff, there's a remnants of when I may have gone too far into my heart. I must have written down and then screwed up Monica's name at least 4 or 6 times. Even now, the thought of her makes my heart race. Maybe that schoolboy crush of mine never died. Ooh, we're gonna be writing now, guys. Carry a second sheet of paper. I feel a new sense of determination as I start letting my heart guide the movements of my pen. That itself is oddly poetic of me. Is that a good sign? And there's really only one way to find out. Time skip. I can't believe this right now. This bell's really long. It's frying me though. With the ring of the bell, another day of classes comes to an end. Since my last class was music, I quickly make my way out of the club room. Fuck, I can't get it. To my surprise, I'm the first one in. Yup. I at least thought that Monica would have been here first, given her being club president and all. Seizing the brief time alone I know I have, I take a seat at the nearest adjacent desk and take my laptop out of my bag to make some little tweaks to my latest class project. The project itself is nothing too out there. It's a simple piece driven mostly by a steady bass line, a piano, and a kick drum. It's akin to some of my earlier hyperactive productions, but definitely more simplistic when it comes to the sound design. I listen to it. I listen again. I'll be listening, guys. Should I scrap this, guys? Should I scrap this? I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Just then, my head darts back as the door opens. It's Monica. I focus back on my laptop, praying she didn't notice me or my dilemma. I then hear her softly hit against the door after a long, exhausted sigh. I glance back at her, eyes meet mine.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Monica. I give her a gentle smile. You good? She smiles back.
Kinda.
She sighs again.
Just science class stressing me out.
I can sympathize with her. There's only 2 science teachers for our year, those being Miss Nakama and Mr. Kurosawa. Whereas Nakama is more youthful and her lessons tend to be a bit down to earth from what Sayuri has told me, Kurosawa has a bit of a rep of her being a hard ass. Guys, we all hate Kurosawa. Kurosawa's a bitch, right? He class is too hard. Can we slime Kurosawa? Can I make a vote, a poll in chat? Can I make a poll? I don't know if I can make a poll. I can't make a poll. This isn't Twitch, guys. Shit. Okay, doesn't matter. Anyways, let's continue. Let me guess. Kurosawa gave you a hard time? She nods. I pull out a chair for her. I don't have to say anything and she starts to come over to join me. Her eyes then focus on the screen of my laptop.
What are you up to?
She seems curious. My eyes first start to the screen, then back to her. I feel my cheeks redden a bit. It's nothing, just a class project. Kinda thinking of starting over. She focuses a little more on the screen before her eyes flicker back to meet mine. I smile across her face.
Mind if I have a listen?
Sure. I smile back as I then hit the spacebar to start the track. Again, part of me wants to restart it, but I can't help ignore it, but notice them. I can't speak. I can't keep up with those guys. As soon as it began, the track comes to an end, and if on cue, the door opens and the rest of the club make it. Monica quickly turns to me, soon to take it back to the side entry of the rest of the club.
I'll tell you what I thought in a bit.
She smiles sweetly, and I smile back. That damn irresistible smile. Her. God, guys, look at that smile. Look at that smile. Oh my god. Monica has me in a chokehold, guys. Can't lie. Digital footprint. I was thinking about digital footprint right now because I was about to say I want Monica's feet in my face right now. But I don't know how I feel about that. You know what? Yeah, I stand on that. Give me Monica's feet right now. She then gets up and starts to greet the rest of the club. I quickly close my laptop and slide it back onto my bag. I then feel the air quickly leave my lungs as a pair of arms suddenly clamp around me.
Hey, Dave.
Sayori's voice rings into my ears. Hey, Sayori. I struggle to get my words out as I wriggle my way out of freedom. Yuri then approaches me, a warm yet timid smile on her face. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, Dave. I completely forgot her voice already. I chuckle, returning the smile. You don't have to worry about me doing that. Besides, how could I run from a place as comfy as this? Natsuki soon interjects with a mix of her regular sass and a grin.
Don't get too comfy, though. You won't hear the end of it.
I know. Honestly, it's kind of amusing when Natsuki tries to be assertive. Though, I have the feeling that if I said that, my nose would probably be the first to know it. Sayori lets out a giggle before speaking again.
Don't worry, Dave. Always gives it. Don't worry, Dave. Dave always gives it. I can't speak. I can't do. Oh. Don't worry. Dave always gives it his best when he's having fun. He even helps me with busy work without me asking.
She then audibly counts everything I've helped her with.
Cooking, cleaning my room.
She eventually loses her train of thought. How dependable. Yuri smiles gently at the pair of us.
I might be a little jealous if I'm honest.
I chuckle, feeling my cheeks redden. To be fair, this isn't the first time someone might have gotten the wrong impression about Sayori and I's friendship. No, Yuri. It's not like that at all. I smile back at her. Her room gets a bit distracting when it's messy. I then turn to Sayori, not to mention the little incident with the bacon last week. Sayori glares jokingly and pouts.
Can we not bring that up?
I then whisper to Yuri. Yeah, she almost set her kitchen on fire. Yuri giggles gently. After that, everyone departs to what I assume are the usual activities. Natsuki's rummaging around the closet, Sayori's having a cheery conversation with Monica in the corner, and Yuri's face is buried within quite a sizable novel. Her intense expression hints that she's been longing for this moment. If you can know us, she'd probably pick up a book to read. After all, they joined her literature club. It's literally the least I could do. I walk into the back of the room and start scanning the books located there. My eyes scan each title on the various spines. I mumble to myself, keeping my voice as quiet as possible as not to distract the girls. Exit music. No. I keep going until my eyes meet a peculiar looking spine. I go to pull the book out the shelf. It's just thoroughly. It's just Sayori. I keep my voice low. Jesus, Sayori, you startled me. Sayori just giggles proudly before speaking.
Monica wants to ask you something.
She practically drags me by my arm to the front of the class where I suggested Monica's waiting for me. Any harder and she might have yanked my arm clean off. Monica closes her notebook and looks up at me, smiling once more.
Hey, Dave!
Hey, Monica. I find myself blushing. Sayori gives me a sly glance that simply says, I knew it. But Monica doesn't seem to notice. Sayori says you wanted me for something?
Yeah, I do actually.
Monica steps up from the desk and gets near me and Sayori.
I was gonna get some supplies from the art department. I was wondering if you'd maybe want to tag along?
The way she says sends butterflies down to my stomach. I'm falling in love with her, guys. I'm falling all all these little things. God dang. But at the same time, I can't help but to think, wouldn't Sayori be better for that?
But I'm still
The posters. I decide not to press either of them on it just yet. In that case, I'd be glad. I smile at Monica. The look on Sarah's face from earlier remains. Maybe this can give us a bit more time to talk. Monica beams at me. I forgot Monica's voice and I just kind of kept loading it and I didn't load. Sorry guys, I'm fried. It's only 3 in the morning though. Wait, let me plug in. Oh shit. There we go. Keeping everything nice and chilly here. Okay. I promise we won't be too long. Honestly, I'd love to spend as much time as I can with her. Bro, who wouldn't want to spend time with Monica? Monica then turns her attention to Sayori.
You don't mind watching the club whilst we're gone, right? Well, I am.
Well, I am the vice president after all.
Sayori teases playfully before plopping herself at the front desk. And with that, Monica lets Natsuki and Yuri know the pair of us will be back in a bit before we make our way to the corridor. Once outside, I notice Monica looking back into the club with a not so subtle smile on her face. It's just so relaxing in there. I can't help but smile too. It is. I'm guessing that's part of the reason you said it in the first place. Monica turns to me.
Honestly, yeah. Most of the other clubs were mostly just arguing over publicity, the budget, and the festival.
Not to mention the drama. She chuckles and she looks back internally. Like in the second year, you must have been part of every major club there was. And if I remember right, weren't you in the debate club at the start of this year? Monica laughs as we start walking down the hall.
Oh God, don't get me started on the debate club. Worst mistake of my life.
The worst mistake of your life so far. As we get further, the conversation only grows. It's not too long till Monica's letting me know that most of the bigger clubs aren't all that cracked up to be. Eventually, we end up talking about the literature club once again.
I'd rather take something personally I enjoy and make something special out of it. Her enthusiasm is just as contagious as her smile.
In that case, I'm surprised more people haven't joined yet. It is true though. I mean, I know a literature club doesn't sound too exciting, but for me, it's only fair to judge a club by its members, and at least from what I can tell, everyone else in the club seems really nice and close with each other. Monica speaks again.
That only makes events like the festival that more important. Hopefully we can all grow the club before we graduate.
A thought pops into my head. So after that, would Natsuki become president or something? Monica giggles.
No. Natsuki's the same year as the rest of us.
Oh, my bad. Oh, don't apologize. She gets that all the time. I can't keep reading them with their voices, bro. Like, I genuinely can't. Like, I've been talking here. Okay, good. I drank my Coke because I put a Coke in the freezer, so it would like be nice and chilly, so like I could drink it later. Oh no. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry guys, I'm scrolling on Instagram for like 3 seconds. Give me like a minute. Okay. We keep walking until we reach the door to the art department. It's a section of the school I've not visited since the first year. Oh, I'm delayed on my own stream. Frying me. It's a section of the school I've not visited since the first year. To be honest, I was never really any good at art in the traditional sense, since being more creative with computers and music software, so I dropped out of it to start at the second year. I noticed Monica peeking through the door, presumably checking if there's a club going on or something.
Clear!
Monica calls me over as she opens the door and I quickly follow her inside. Monica's already made her way to the supplies closet and has started searching. I, on the other hand, just idly stand there whilst making an occasional glance at her, and she breaks the silence.
Hey, could you hold this a sec?
She holds out a small pile of cardstock. I take it she thanks me. It was the same sweet smile she's always had. I am horrible at reading. I swear I might be dyslexic. In a way, I'm glad we're doing this out of the normal school hours. God only knows the kind of rumors that would spring up if anyone outside the class saw us alone in a classroom. Although, admittedly, the thought of it...
Dave?
Monica's curious tone snaps out in my little daydream.
You okay?
Yeah, I just spaced out a bit. I stammer as I try to cover my back. Luckily, she seems to buy it.
No worries.
She giggles as she steps out of the closet and shuts the door behind her. It happens to the best of us.
It happens to the best of us.
Can't imagine you doing it. I chuckle.
Well,
She traces the edge of a desk with her finger as if tracing back her thoughts.
it's happened to me before. Well, hell, when Siri first came to the club, I thought she caught me napping on the front desk.
Now that sounds more like Sayori than you, Monica. I decided to tease her a bit.
Coffee only gets you so far, you know.
Yeah, she's right about that. Honestly, outside the club, Monica seems really genuine and down to earth. Part of me wonders if anyone else has seen this side of her. I mean, I'm guessing that everyone else in the club has and her friends, other friends have seen her. I think we were all done here.
Ready to head back?
Yeah. I make sure I still got everything she handed to me, and we start making our way back upstairs. Why didn't we use the elevators beyond me? But I'm not complaining about spending more time with Monica. Before we start to reach the club room, I decided to ask her about the track we listened to before. So what do you think about the track from earlier?
I liked it.
Her eyes meet mine. I'm giving it special effects, guys.
My only problem with it is that it's too short.
We both laugh, and I find myself listening. It's nothing really. Besides, knowing you, you're probably better at music than I am.
I did practice piano a bit, but I wasn't any good at it.
I highly doubt that. We soon make our way back to the club room. Upon entering, not much has changed. Yuri still focused on her. Oh my god, I'm sorry guys. Yuri still focused on her novel while Sayori and Natsuki are chatting near the windowsill. Sayori didn't notice us both, but skips over so.
You get everything you needed?
Both Monica and I nod.
Yep. Honestly, Dave was a real help.
I give a smirk. It's no problem, really. Natsuki then pipes up as Sayori collects everything and takes it into the front.
What took you so long? Were you making out?
As much as I'd love that to have happened, I can't help but be a little taken back by how sincere she sounded. I glance at Monica and we both share a blush. But the more I look at her, the more I see a faint smile being delicately painted across her face. Maybe deep down, she wanted that to have been a reality. I want Monica. Natsuki then focuses on me.
Honestly, Dave, I thought you'd be a pump and go kind of guy, but color me impressed.
She caps that off with, she's just calling me a quick cum shot. The fuck? I gotta kill Natsuki. She caps that off with an insanely cheeky smile. Pump and go kind of guy? Oh! My face goes in even deeper shade of red. Oh, my nerdy brain can only describe as almost Kakodin? What? Sorry guys, I have to like genuinely look up this word. Cause like there's no way there's a real word. Okay, wait. I don't care that you guys are seeing my things. Can I see images? What is the cockroach? Oh no. If anybody likes Doom, I'm like so cooked. Okay, back to the game, guys. My face goes in an even deeper shade of red. One that my nerdy can only describe as almost cockroachy. I don't know if that's how you say it. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. My eyes widen as well. No, Natsuki, I. By the time I gather myself, Natsuki has already gotten closer to me and brings herself to my ear. But as close as someone's as short as I can get.
Obvious you've thought about it.
I go to deny it though. Thankfully I don't need that too, as Natsuki's already trotted off silly back onto her windowsill. Yuri looks over and sighs.
Please show some decency, Natsuki.
I was only teasing.
Natsuki's voice whines as Yuri shakes her head. Can't deny that it was at least kind of funny. I don't have that much time to settle down before Monica announces the club.
Okay, everyone. It's time to share poems.
With that, Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly get their poems out of the bag, so as do I. Yuri pulls out her pocket, typical Sayori. Monica then walks over to me.
You were to write a poem last night?
I did, yeah. I grumble. It was kind of the first thing I did when I got back. It's probably not any good. Monica then pats my shoulder. Don't worry, I'm not really good at this either. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
A faint blush then overcomes her cheeks.
But besides, I'm just looking forward to see how you express yourself. The way she smiles at me, combined with how she said that last part, sends a rather pleasant feeling down to my stomach. I can't describe it too well, but it feels really sweet. You too, Monica. I'm in love with Monica, guys. If you guys didn't know, I'm in love with Monica. Still, feeling a tinge awkward about the whole scenario I've thrown myself into, I go to share my poem with Sayori. After all, she knows me better than anybody in this club does. That in mind, I go over and sit in front of her. Hey Sayori. I keep activating my Siri and it's pissing me off, bro. Like, genuinely. Sayori smiles cheerily.
Oh, hey, Dave.
Oh, that's not her voice.
You ready to share your poem?
That's still not her voice. I guess. God, this is embarrassing. I lower my head to the desk, only for Sayori to do the same, lowering her voice as well. About the poem, or what Natsuki said about you and Monica? About the poems! I respond quickly, keeping my voice low enough not to catch anyone's attention. Afterwards, I place my head on the desk, only for Sayori to pat the back of my pocket.
I believe you, don't worry.
I look up at her and I smirk, sliding my poem over to her. She flashes me a quick smile before staring at her poem. In time, she finishes reading, looking quite proud.
This is a really good poem. It's got some nice feelings in it.
Haha. I chuckle with another smirk. You're just saying that.
No, I'm not. I mean it.
She sounds sincere. Thanks, Sayori. Surely I'm not as good as she's making out. I can't deny it feels nice though. Anyways, could I read your poem?
Go for it.
Sayori beams. I pick her poem off the table and begin to read it. The poem titled Dear Sunshine seems just like you can...
I'll need to use ChatGPT to write that. Should I go ahead? I'll need to use ChatGPT to write that.
I want to kill Siri. I genuinely want to kill Siri. The poem is something you can imagine what Siri writing. The more melancholic connotations to the words aren't lost on me either. However, the last line makes me smile to myself. I want breakfast. I glance up at her. It's pretty good. Did you write it this morning? She seems genuinely confused. In response, I turn the paper in her direction. Her eyes scan the paper until I find it. I hear reassurance. Come on, it's okay. She smiles back as I continue. Besides, if you think about it, it still works. Siri cocks her head a little to the side. Though what I'm thinking about is that the subject of the poem is probably just waking up like they would any other day. Maybe the whole I want breakfast thing could be seen as them getting out of bed. She's nodding as if she's thinking over it.
That actually kind of makes sense. You're sounding a bit like Monica.
I feel myself blushing slightly. Nah, you're just saying that. I chuckle nervously as a part of me hoping that Monica didn't hear what she said. Sayori simply shakes her head, her grin never leaving her face. Anyways,
I'm gonna share with Natsuki now. In a bit.
I'll be back at Sayori as she starts chatting with Natsuki. I look back to Monica to notice she's just finishing up with Yuri. Monica seemed quite eager to see my poem earlier, so it makes only sense that I should share it with her next. Poem in hand, I get up and walk over. See my girl again. I give her a short wave and a smile. Hey. Her eyes meet mine as she smiles sweetly at me.
Hey Dave, you having a good time so far?
I am, yeah. I take a seat right in front of Monica.
I'm glad.
I choose to ignore the fact that I've not really spent too much time inside the club room today, having spent the majority of my time here with her. But in all fairness, I'd be lying if I didn't say I was enjoying myself.
Also, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any ideas of other activities we could do, or what we could do better, don't be afraid to let me know.
Don't worry, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'm going to be afraid to learn now. Besides, what experience do I have at organizing? I'm better off just trusting Monica's judgment on things. Anyway, guess I gotta show you my poem. I timidly slide the sheet over. I'm like, I'm just a little nervous, and I'm like, Monica, here you go.
Yup. I've actually been looking forward to it. To everyone's poems or just mine? She picks up the sheet and begins to read it with an intent and expression. Minutes pass, more than enough time to finish reading the poem. My mind keeps telling me she hates it, but eventually she places the paper down and looks quite astonished. Are you sure this is your first time writing poetry? Yeah. I feel a bead of sweat trickle down my forehead. Is it that bad? No! Monica's tone shifts to a more apologetic one. Didn't mean it like that. Her cheeks filled in a bit. Just meant that it was pretty good. So are you saying about Monica though? No, you can't be serious. No, I am. She smiles sweetly at me, causing me to smile back as well. In a way, the language kind of reminds me of my own poems. It does? I'm surprised at that comment. My writing's never been that great, even with my improving over the years. There's no way in hell that it could seriously compare to her work though, right? She nods, sliding her notebook over to me, signaling me to read it. I focus on the page. Her poem seems to tell a story of a person doing all they can do to preserve the way that people think about them, no matter how the strain on their mind. It's quite solemn, yet hopeful at the same time. By the end, there's a suggestion that one day they will need to keep the appearances up. I read it through a second time, looking back before I should be good at this, but this is something else. That was really great. Is that all you can say, Dave? Monica smirks. Glad you liked it. As I hand her book back, a thought crosses my mind. Kinda curious though, what was on your mind when you wrote this? Monica stops, silently mulling over what to say next. Takes a big breath. I'd say that over the years, I've noticed that some people have a habit of keeping up appearances because people see them a certain way. That's a little deeper than I expected. It does remind me of certain people I've seen though, mostly high schoolers. Go on. Like, I wouldn't say I'm the best at reading people, but I at least think people like that may hate being held at such high standards. My feet are sweating, guys. I am so sorry. Disgusting visual for sure, but it's better for you guys that I can lock in on reading this. And plus, you don't get to see my socks. Okay. She goes on, sounding like an expert. Then again, she's been around so many people over the years. I've known her so that very well may be the case. I take a sigh as I collect my thoughts. Honestly, that's especially what I thought it was about. Monica gives me a knowing smile. Maybe we're more alike than you thought. I seriously thought that. All because we thought the same once can't mean much, right? Oh, my bad, guys. Unless she remembers our discussions back in class, then girls' minds is far better than mine. And if that's the case, I just had a humor. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. We share a short laugh between us. That's something that takes me back fondly. She was the only person that made last year's English class bearable to get through. I guess that's why I always gravitated towards her for group work. Either that, or it's because she was probably the one person in that class that put up with my sorry ass. Maybe it's a bit of both. I don't fucking know. But that's in the past. I need to focus on now. Monica's in the first talk after a short laugh. I was kind of worried you wouldn't take this seriously, but you surprised me. I feel my face redden a bit. Hey, it's nothing. I chose to be part of this club after all, and I'm glad you are. Thanks, Monica. My stammering side takes center stage again. Damn nerves. Thanks for sharing. That's how I imagine Monica's talking to me right now. I don't know, guys. Are you guys liking the stream? What are we thinking about the stream so far? Cause like right now I'm kind of just chilling with you, playing this game right now. It's been what, 2-3 hours, 2.5 hours. I think it's been like 2.5 or like maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. I gotta from my seat to figure out who to share with next. Sincere and Natsuki sent us a question. What about the point? I said to share with Yuri. Went up to Yuri, I'm gonna go talk to her. And one final sigh, that's everyone shared with. I had a feeling today would be a bit more stressful than before because of the poems that I was partially right about that. Sure, Monica say were easy to deal with. But Yuri, Natsuki and Yuri was a little more tense than I would have liked. No worries though, I'm sure I'll be able to improve. Yuri seemed quite willing to help me with that. Eager, almost. As I'm sitting back, I can see Sayori and Monica having a chat. I think they just finished sharing. Natsuki and Yuri, on the other hand, seem to be trying to find the right words to say to each other. For where I am, I see Natsuki slide Yuri's poem back over her in a rather dismissive fashion.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Yuri smiles sadly in response.
Ah, thanks. Thanks.
She Natsuki's poems back to her.
Yours is cute.
Both responses are rather drab, but hell, they do seem to generalize each other's work for a bit. Natsuki stands out, seeming quite...
Cute? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that.
Yuri visibly panics. It's obvious she's not used to being put on the spot like this.
I just meant the language, I guess? I was trying to say something nice. Oh yeah? But it didn't come out nice at all.
Natsuki crosses her arms as she scoffs. I can't keep doing the voices, I'm so sorry. A tense moment of silence follow. Monica and Sayori turn around in preparation for whatever may happen next. Yuri breaks the silence quickly as if it had came over the room.
Well, if I wanted suggestions, I have someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Siri liked it, and so did Dave. Based on that, I'm glad... I don't have auto on.
Excuse me. As a sharp contrast to Natsuki, your soft and calculating manners are enough to silence her. I spent a long time refining my writing style, and unless I come across anything new that inspires me, I don't see it changing. Natsuki's face adopts a look of clear irritance, and Dave liked my poem too. He even told me he was impressed by it. To be honest, I was impressed by both poems. So that actually is kind of true. The pair falls silent for a brief moment before Natsuki cracks a smug smile like she's cracked the Enigma code or something.
I didn't know you were so invested in trying to impress Dave, Yuri. What?
Yuri's expression changes to one of flustered bewilderment. I look back at Sayori and Monica, who seemed confused by Natsuki's sudden comment. I'm on the same page as them. I turn back to Natsuki and Yuri with a sigh. It's up to me to put stop this before it escalates. Listen, girls! Ladies! The pair of them look at me with expectant eyes. It's true that both your poems impressed me, I can't deny that, but is that any reason to take shots at each other? I give them a brief period of time to think of what I just said before continuing. Like seriously, you both are able to convey the messages you want to send and how many words you like. It doesn't matter which words you use, your message is still valid. More silence follows. I'm just wondering where the fuck this confidence came from. I look back, feeling unsure of my attempt to disarm the possible argument. Both Sarah and Monica are nodding vigorously. Monica herself, especially, looking fairly surprised. To her credit, she always knew me as the guy that was too nervous to speak up in class.
You're right. I'm terribly sorry for disrespecting your work, Natsuki.
Natsuki, however, looks like she still might have some fight left in her before she can throw in, and Monica steps in whilst the look on her face is stern, her voice is soft and calm. Natsuki?
Yuri apologized.
Don't you think you should too? Natsuki simply looks away from the rest of the group, completely unsure what to say. Soon enough, she turns to face Yuri.
Look, Yuri, I'm sorry too.
As the pair make up, I go to Sayori and breathe a sigh of relief. I didn't know you had that in you. Sayori, of course, seems quite impressed with me. If Siri activates one more time, bro, I swear. I swear I'll be killing my phone. Of course, seems quite impressed with me.
Seriously, thanks for stepping in there.
Monica then sighs and lowers her voice.
I can't even manage my own club members. Some president I am, huh?
Hey, don't beat yourself up, okay? I think everyone's just a little on edge today. It's only after I finished talking that I realized I placed my hand on Monica's shoulder. I quickly retracted. Ooh, I was like, it's okay.
Oh shit, sorry. No, you're alright. It's only
when she says that I spot a faint blush creeping into it's Monica's cheeks.
Okay, everyone, it's time to wrap up for today.
Once again, Monica's voice fills the room, her confidence in herself seemingly returning.
How did everyone feel about sharing poems? I think it went great. It went better than I thought it would. It went okay. Well, mostly.
Natsuki flashes Yuri an awkward glance, and Yuri doesn't seem to notice it though. Monica then turns her attention to me.
How about you, Dave?
I'd say it went pretty well. Monica smiles optimistically. In that case, how about we do the same for tomorrow? The remaining four of us agree in unison. To be fair, I doubt I get better at this if we just stop it after one day. Besides, I'm not going to turn down a way to express myself creatively. After some more conversation about today, we all start to pack up. It isn't too long until Sayori and I wave goodbye and depart from the club. Me and Sayori were walking home. Unlike most of our work, Sayori is fairly quiet for most of the part of it. Or it's clear that it's not because something's bothered her, rather it's because she's thinking hard or something. I swear the inner machinations of her mind could be one of life's greatest mysteries. To think that I once thought there was more to her than unfiltered happiness. Oh, how naive I was. Hey, Dave! Sayori speaks after what feels like forever, although basically it must have only been a couple minutes at most. Mind if I ask you something interesting? I don't know if that's the right word to use. Yeah, sure. I stop on the pavement and turn onto my heels to face Sayori. A moment passes as she ponders how to word whatever she wants to ask me. So, how do you think Monica feels about you? What? Out of whatever I was expecting her to ask, that certainly wasn't it. Hell, it's kind of surprising that she was so forward with it. Normally she'd just verbally dance around the actual question. Where on earth did that come from? She didn't say much, but she kind of did ask me about you this morning. Plus, it's pretty obvious you're into her, Dave. Surely not, right? I remain silent, pondering on how to respond. Just gotta play it cool, Dave. You are, aren't you? There's no way I can lie to her at this point, isn't there? Then again, why would I need or want to do so? She's my best friend. If I can trust anyone, my secret definitely be her. Wait, I skipped over my line. I am. Yeah. Let's save my game here real quick, wait. Let's take a little minute. I wanna go over this for a minute. There hasn't been any like choices, so that's why I haven't like been like deterred to like save my game. Because normally I'd be saving on options because you know I like to see how certain things affect story. Oh my god, sorry guys, I got a little hiccupy. But whatever. Whatever, I do what I want. Anywho, what was I gonna say to you guys? Right. I was gonna say to you guys, what you guys are thinking about this? For me right now, it's nice. I already knew this was gonna be long, and I think I'm only really like invested because I'm doing this with you guys. Normally, I already quit really fast because like I genuinely hate some of it. I don't really like light novel aspect games, so you like this, but I don't mind it when it's with you guys. It's fun. I get to talk and be stupid. So yeah, taking a little moment, you know, to like think about the story so far. What do you think, guys? What do you think is gonna happen? For me personally, I don't have a real grasp on what's gonna happen yet. You know, like everything's like ooh. But let's continue on now. Let's not dwindle on it. No longer. Oh, okay. Let's go. I have been for a while. That's the first time I admitted my crush to anybody else. In a way, I'm thankful that's the first person I tell Sayori. But at the same time, I'm nervous of what her reaction will be. Sayori hasn't yet said anything in response, opting instead to motion for me to continue talking. Might as well let this all out. I gulp. I think it started in second year. When second year started. Even though we only had one class together, we got on really well. Like, you remember how I was still quite nervous to talk to anyone but you for the longest time? Sayori nods, listening intently as if to ensure she doesn't miss a word. Well, Monica started to talk to me first, and I didn't feel like I had to hide myself. I could be myself around her, and she never once judged me for it. I fall silent. My brain is screaming at me to stop, but I don't care. I need to get this out. I can do this. We can do this, guys. Just being around her made class a bit more bearable. Like, I don't know if she chose to be around me or what. It just felt nice.
but I knew I never had I never had a shot in hell with her, especially after Yuki. I'm just gonna call her Yuki. Yeah, Yuki Sakamoto.
Ooh, Sakamoto? Like Ryuji Sakamoto from the hit game Persona 5? For real?
The girl who broke my heart and left the biggest dent in my confidence. She'd been there to go out with me with the weird kid, that being me. When I later found out she'd been cheating on me and confronted her about it, she just laughed. I still remember what she said.
Why would anyone love you?
Thankfully, she's been long gone for a while now, so it doesn't change what she did. Dave, I promise you, Monica's not like that.
She's not, Dave.
What if... There's people out there that would love you. You trust me, right? Of course I do, Sayo. I wish so. Monica's really sweet, you have my word on that. And from what I can tell, she seems really comfortable around you. Not to mention, quite easy to fluster. Yeah, Natsuki, proved that to be true for the both of us. I had a strange feeling that I'm never gonna live that down. After a bit more walking, talking, and a lengthy hug from Sayori, we eventually make it back to the familiar view of our street.
Hey, we're going
out for dinner tonight. You wanna come too? Sayori's parents have always treated me like one of their own. Then again, our parents get along quite well too. I love to, but I gotta get the media studies as they finish. If I don't, Honda's gonna go nuclear on my ass. Sometimes I wonder why I ever chose that class to begin with. Note to pass me. Media studies may sound cool, maybe with another teacher. It's okay, there's always next time.
True. Anyway, better not hold up.
Hey, have a good evening, Sayo.
You too.
Just before Sayori gets back inside, I turn around to call out to her.
Hey, Sayori.
About what I told you, could we keep it between us?
Of course we can. Your secret is safe with me.
And with that, I return home. I shut the door behind me and rest my back against it. If I ever need any confirmation of why I stay friends with Sayori today, was it truly? I joke about her being in her head sometimes, but she can be truly sincere when the situation calls for it. I can't tell if she only knows the right things to say because we've known each other for so long, or she's just naturally good with people. But thanks to her, it's like a massive weight's been lifted off my chest. Now it's just building up the confidence to ask Mon. Baby steps, Dave. Baby steps. After realizing I can't work on my assignment on empty stomach, I head to the kitchen, quickly make up a sandwich, grab some other sort of snacks, and energy drink. Is it the healthiest healthy strategy of the world? Fuck no, but it's not failed me once. I sit myself down at my desk to get started. Shouldn't take too long, should it?
2 hours later.
I have no fucking idea what to write. I open my eyes slowly, look back at my laptop screen, which is currently the only light in this room. I've reached the word count already. Fuck it. I quickly render it and submit it on the online portal. At least it's done now. Whether it's good or not doesn't even bother me, it's just done. I glance down at the screen's digital clock, 7:02 p.m. Internally cursing myself, I try to rush it to get something down for tomorrow's poem.
It's only 7 o'clock. What time are you going to bed?
I just spend my lunch break on the roof tomorrow. That way I should be... Hello?
Hey Dave, it's me. When I made Ryuji?
Dude, it just gone 7. I know, I just got back in. Date with Kaho?
You know it.
According to Ryuji, he and Kaho had been together since mid-junior high. How would they stay together this long? How they stay together this long? It's really mind-boggling. Jeez, man, you two are gonna be married in no time. Bloody hope so. How about you? How you been? You know me, same old shit. I was able to get a massive weight off my chest though. You finally asked Syria. No, dude, she's like a sister to me. My face reddened profusely. I know, I'm only kidding. There's only a moment of silence between us. That just isn't. That just isn't why you called me though, is it? No, I was just wondering if you want to do some deathmatch real quick. I contemplate telling her I gotta get some sleep. It's 7:02 p.m. You can totally hop on with your boy. But with Honda's assignment done, I guess I could blow off some steam. Doom or Quake? Quake. How's it get on? There's a quad damage with your name on it. The digital sounds of rocket launchers, virtual giblets, flying, and mine. And mine and Ryuji's competitive banter dominate the next few hours. It isn't my alarm that wakes me up this morning, but instead of my ringtone. Groggily, I pick my phone up. It's Sayori. She's not usually up this early. I yawn as I answer the call. What's up?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be in school.
With the way she sounds, she's clearly unwell. Let me guess, food poisoning?
Mm-hmm.
She's cut off by her own coughs. After some silence, I speak up. You should get some rest, Sayori.
I know.
Sayori yawns.
Also, promise me you'll never eat at Pearl City. I don't want you getting ill too.
Noted. Though I chuckle at how serious she sounded. I'll be subconsciously avoiding there. Never really heard any positive things about that place anyway. Once I force myself out of bed, I make my way to the bathroom to get a quick wash. I let the water run for a bit before stepping in. God, warm water feels nice in the morning. Don't we all love a warm water shower in the morning? Me personally, I love showering in scalding hot water. Like, I don't know. Me personally, I just find it better. After a quick breakfast, I make my way outside. Since I know it's Thursday, I decided to get my earphones to keep myself occupied. I just shuffle my playlist and start the lonely walk there. I walk a lonely road and I have ever known. And where it goes, when it's happening, and I want to burn it, burn it, burn it. I don't care, that's 3 a.m. We're still going strong. I can kind of see why Sarah always likes to walk. Doing it alone sucks. Oh well, at least I got my music. Hey, that's some real shit. At long last, a bell rings for lunch, and I'm the first one out. However, I divert my usual route and head to the roof. I told myself I'd write a poem up there and intend to keep my word. Once making sure I'm alone, I dash upstairs on the rooftop. As I'm heading out, I receive a text from Sarah basically saying she told the rest of the club about her absence. I'm at least thankful they won't have to ask me where she is. But still, maybe if she was here, she'd help me understand my feelings a bit better. Both of them, but Spawn as well as Monica. This is kind of frying me because this kind of looks like Domestic Girlfriend's roof. Don't watch that show. Don't watch Domestic Girlfriend. Don't read the manga. It's all horrible. Never touch it. Like being so that I never touch it. I wince as the sun temporarily blinds me, but I recover quickly. I make a way to a nearby bench. It's kind of funny though. There's benches up here, and barely anyone ever comes up here aside from janitors. The silence is serene. I plug my earphones in and let the music from this morning continue as I start to write. The song that starts playing softly in my eardrums gives me the inspiration I need as I look past the wire fence and past the midday Sapporo skyline. Horizon. I mumble out loud to myself. A shorter poem will do, don't need too many words. Both the music and the heart guide my pen as I try to paint a picture of a feather drifting across the midsummer sky. Of a song playing across the airwaves. An almost empty flame flying over the coming horizon of the night. Of words only ever spoken on an empty, solitary rooftop. Monica. I faintly speak.
My heart started to race. I put my poem in my bag as I finished it now. I brought my earphones out and placed my hand on my chest. I breathed in. I breathe out. After a few repeats of this, I hit the door open. I look back over. Alright, just a quick. Of course, Monica shows up. Oh my god, sorry guys. Oh my god, wait. There we go. What? Wait, I want to read what that said. I really hope she didn't. Dave? My brain really needs to stop doing that. I turn to face her. Oh, hey, Monica. She gives me one of her signature smiles. Didn't think I'd see you up here. She starts walking over to me. I urge in a smile. Could say the same to you. What are you doing here anyway? Oh, I just need some air. Monica seems to get a little bit nervous as there's more than she's letting on. I know it can get stuffy in there. How about you? She takes a seat next to me on the bench. Please don't show her this. Kind of awkward for you. I said I needed the air and so to think. Oh, to think about what? She seems curious. If I could be honest with Sarah about my heading feelings for Monica, then I can surely be honest about why I'm up here. I came here because there's something I had to write my poem. I was so exhausted last night. It's only after I say it out loud that I realize that I'm admitting to the club president that I rushed my assignment. Rather than scolding me like my brain told me she would, she smiles. You say that like I'd be mad at you. I couldn't do that. What? My eyes dart back and forth between Monica and on the concrete floor. Dave. Monica gets a little bit closer, but not too close for comfort. I know that it's really stressful this time of year. Like with finals, so many assignments, just all of it. If you couldn't finish it, I'd perfectly understand. I go silent as I take in what Monica said. I'd forgotten how understanding she was sometimes. I unzip my bag and after a bit of doubt, I pull out my poem.
Let's read. Let's read. Okay. Horizon. Alone. There I stand in the center of this concrete jungle. It's dark, and in spite of the glowing street lights, I seem to be the only one around. Walking around aimlessly only gets me so far, but I soon spot a light, a beacon seeming so far. Yet it glistens against its surroundings, a burning bright. The closer I get, the sound of a voice greets my ears. It calls my name. It's a voice I recognize. I slowly start to be blinded by the light. Straining my eyelids shut, a hand takes hold of mine, squeezing it tightly. It pulls me in, pulling me closer. I soon open my eyes, opening myself to both the future and to the face at the end of the horizon. It's a bit longer than I planned, but at least still legible. But is it any good though? Where should I go ahead? You can read it if you like. Wait until it's low. But it's so hard to ask Monica to read outside the club. I just want you to read it. But I understand the watch for the end. I'm making moves, giving her my poem. Thankfully for me, and very likely for the majority of the class, Mr. Honda was off sick today. If I had foresight to know that in case, I could have at least tidied up the essay up a bit. Oh well, I can't rewrite the past now, can I? I make my way up to a nearby vending machine. I'm a little thirsty, and since we got let out a little earlier than normal, I still got a little time before club starts. I put my coins in, and a small can comes out soon after. As I'm reaching down for my drink, I can hear the echoed sounds of someone yelling. Whoever it is, they don't sound pissed off. Well, they kind of do. It sounds more like defensive than anything. At the same time, I can't shake this weird feeling that the voice sounds familiar. I look to my left, and the reason that the familiar friend. Natsuki? Natsuki's eyes meet mine for a brief moment. All of a sudden, she averts her eyes and clenches them shut as she runs past me and audibly bolts upstairs. Natsuki, wait! I rush up after her. Natsuki! Natsuki, where are you? After a minute or so, I see her emerge from the restroom and quicken my pace.
Give me some fucking space.
Natsuki's voice came out as more squeak as tears formed on her face. There's an awkward, heavy silence between us. Her brash reaction did catch me by surprise, although in her defense, I wasn't going about this well in the slightest.
Sorry.
Natsuki, what for? I'm having a bad day. And I'm taking that out on you. I don't mean to. More silence. Natsuki then gives out a long sigh. I'm the worst. That's a little much, isn't it? Not when it's true, but it's not. Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Left her speechless. Her glistening pink eyes tell multiple stories. The two ones I can make out the clearest ones are of guilt and one of someone who just wants to be valued. The second one being a side I never would expect it if that's the case. You'll have bad days. Someone's more than others. But those bad days don't define you. I sigh as I think something else to say. Besides, I know you didn't mean it. Why else would we apologize? Natsuki looks away for a moment, processing what I've said. If you need a moment, that's fine. I've been there before. Breathes slow and calms before locking her eyes back into my own. I think I needed to hear that. So, thank you. Arigato! Natsuki gives me a small but meaningful smile. It's no problem, really. The Pharaohs walk the remainder away to Clever. Upon entering the club, Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I decide to go up to Monica.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Monica. Sorry we're late. I look behind me and Natsuki's already reading her manga. Should I tell her what happened? I back to Monica and lower eyes. I bumped into Natsuki and I guess we lost track of time. I feel about lying to her, but I wouldn't right if I told her to tell you what. Ah, Dave, you don't need to apologize. Besides, neither of us miss much. Also, I've read the poem you gave me at lunch. I gotta say, I'm impressed. Thanks. Say, how many times have you read it? Maybe once or twice. Maybe more than that. How she manages to be so cute without even trying astounds me to say. She then takes my poem out of her bag and passes it to me before I can put it in my pocket though. Monica delicately holds the lower edge of the paper and swear I feel her thumbs brush against mine. I look forward to discussing it with you. She lets go of the paper and I slide it back into my pocket. We end just standing in front of each other for a little while longer. We don't say anything but just make the odd glance and smile at each other. Whilst it feels like something out of a tacky romance game, I can't help but admit it feels nice. So, I'm just gonna chat with Natsuki now. Okay. She speaks with a blush and a nervous giggle. To be completely honest with myself, my face is just as red as hers, if not more so. I end up taking a seat close to Natsuki, trying as hard as I can to hide my face. Part of me knows that if Natsuki saw me like this, I'd never hear the end of it. I have a sneaking suspicious Yuri would ask questions. And then, as if life was out to prove me wrong, I hear a voice whispered me.
You do a piss poor job at hiding how red you are, you know?
I open my eyes and am greeted by Natsuki wearing a wide grin.
What? What are you on about, Natsuki? You know damn well what?
How she's able to keep her voice this low whilst keeping the same assertive punch as normal is astounding. Natsuki cops the seat next to mine.
There are tomatoes that wish that they were as red as you are right now. Like I saw you two over there holding hands. I was kind of tempted to tell you to get a room. No.
I keep trying to keep my voice down, my voice low as hers as I look around the club room. I'm having a really hard time reading right now. Yuri's eyes have not left the pages of her book. Luckily for me, Monica seems to be wearing earphones. Well, it sure looked like it. We were just talking. I can't let her know about mine's and Monica's little meeting on the roof. If she already got the wrong idea, God only knows what you think we were doing up there. You're saying that like I'd be jealous if you were. I meant, it was kind of cute. Sorry guys, I didn't want to read for like a minute. I'm not entirely sure. In hopes to brighten the mood, I glance over to the cover of volume manga in front of Natsuki. Parfait girls? If you want to judge, do it through the glass door. She points over to the door. You say like that. You say that like you throw me through it. You want to fuck around and find out? See, I hate this like sprite of Natsuki because it looks so uncanny to me. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but like this doesn't look like it was in the original game. You know? I'll pass. We share a laugh at my avoided expense. Okay, everyone. It's time to share poems. Hey, Dave. I smile and wave. Hey, you want to discuss my poem? Of course. I pass the sheet to her and she reads through. One final time. On top of the desk. See, your use of imagery here is even better than yesterday's. Are you sure you haven't written poetry before? Surely it's not that good of a poem. I'm sure. Don't worry. Besides, do I look like the kind of guy that writes poetry in his spare time? That last part seems to cause Monica to giggle. Now that you mention it. Do you? Nah. Besides, even if I did, it would be as good as yours. Oh, stop. You flatter me too much, you know? I mean, it isn't necessarily flattery if it's true to some degree. It's nothing. Silence then falls over the pair of us. I don't think we discussed the poem as much as we expected. Monica does try to say something about it to break the silence, but she stops herself each time. It's almost as if she's trying to find the right way to say it, or she's trying to suppress her thoughts altogether. Could I read your poem now? Please do. Monica hands me her notebook as I start to read. This poem is nowhere near as abstract as yesterday. The subject emboldened in clear photo style. The lady who knows everything. The more I read into it, the more the themes seeking the impossible side to stick out, much like yesterday's work. Whereas her first one was about perspective of someone being held to those heightened standards, this one seems to be focused on finding what that apparent legend. Only for said person's expectations to be all or nothing. I know it's basically the same as yesterday. I just wanted to keep explaining it from another angle. Monica's voice breaks my concentration. I hand her back the notebook. Regardless if it's the same topic, it still came out nice. There's nothing inherently wrong with exploring the familiar ground. I'd say the hardest part would be writing from the mindset of somebody else, but you did that nicely as well. But thanks! Her voice trails off, liking the confidence she used to display. She doesn't seem bothered by my words though. She seems to be thinking about it. She sighs gently. I see that doing this has helped me explore myself a bit more. It does? For me, yeah. Put it this way. Imagine your mind as a long hallway with doors scattered across the place. Those doors represent your thoughts. There's many rooms to explore, but the doors look the same. But once you have a peek inside, the rooms are limitless, and you'll get lost in your thoughts. Poetry for me helps narrow in one of those rooms and explore them a bit. Fucking hell, that got deep. Damn. That was quite poetic. You never cease to amaze me. Theresia said, Yup. Good going, dickhead. My words aren't lost on Monica as she goes as she goes a deep shade of crimson. Same goes for you. Now it's my turn to blush. Again. We remain silent for another moment or two. The air is tense in a way that I can fully describe. Just what is this feeling? I look down at the table and notice our hands are a bit closer than before. My eyes dart back up to meet Monica's own. The blush on her cheeks grows, but neither her smile nor the spike in those emerald green orbs falter. That is until, Monica? Could I share my point of view now, or are you... Yuri's soft eyes land on mine and Monica's hands, curiosity take her voice over her voice. But busy. Yuri. 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 Don't you see me and Monica were having a little moment? Like, I rock with you and all. You know, you're nice, you're sweet, you're chill. But don't you see me and Monica were having a little moment? You're ruining this for me. She quickly retracts her hand and looks away, her face completely red. Lost for words, I pick up my poem and make my way over to Natsuki. I feel awful. Why did I say that? I thought this would be something either of us wants to bring up. I close my eyes and sigh to myself. Premarital hand holding.
And in public? No less.
Hey to whoever joined chat just now. Hello. How are you? Tell me if you're having a good day. We're bilingual here, but I'm speaking mostly English because I'm locked in on the game right now. But I don't know.
For shame, Dave. For shame.
It's been like a little less than an hour, I say. Wait, guys. Switch my note right now. Okay. The sound of Natsuki berating me causing my eyes to shoot open.
I always figured you were probably a perv, but not Monica.
No, Natsuki, it's not like that. Don't worry. Okay, there we go. Sorry, my stream keeps delaying on its own, and that's frying me.
Your indecency's safe with me, lover boy.
Ooh, shit. I hide my face against the table. She's not helping at all. I know she's joking, but still. I raise my head with a cocky smile and lowered voice. It best be, else I'll tell Monica about your little hentai collection.
What is this bar? What are you saying? What am I saying? As MC, what am I saying? I don't have a hentai collection.
Don't worry, your indecency is safe with me. Natsuki looks looks about ready to choke Slimy. It'd be funny if she wasn't fully capable of doing so. She relents for a sigh.
Just get this over with.
Despite Natsuki's joke, sharing with her went pretty well. Sharing with Yuri went okay. She seemed a bit awkward and fidgety more than so usual. Then again, she probably had me and Monica on her mind. Probably just a bit of curiosity. Eventually, Monica calls out to the front. Myself, Natsuki, and Yuri make our way up there. Natsuki is the first to speak up.
Is this about the festival? It is, yeah. Huh, do we have to do anything for the festival?
I'm still curious as to what we're gonna do. Oh, about that. Monica then turns her attention to me. Dave, there's one of the posters, and do you mind showing it to Natsuki and Yuri? I nod and quickly retrieve the poster, which I proudly advertise as a poetry performance. It sounds like a fairly normal activity for a club such as this. I'm just curious if Natsuki and Yuri react to this. I show the rest of the group posters and express interest. One's constant between the two of them is that they seem to be appalled at the idea displayed on the
performing? No way! I'm not doing that!
I imagine Natsuki being voiced by like Asuka's voice actor. Like, I don't know why. I've watched Evangelion. I finished Evangelion today, so I feel like that's why I'm thinking about that right now. And then Yuri would be like Ritsuko, I guess. And Monica, she'd be Kasaragi. Obvious. Yuri doesn't seem to have any response, and at least for a minute or two, near does Natsuki. And she lets out a frustrated sigh. She gives Monica a stern, fiery look. Do you seriously think that any of us will want any new members? Like, I can't speak for Yuri or Dave, but this club brought me something that I won't let you take from me. If I wanted anything else, I would have just joined any other stupid club. So we're getting some lore here. Natsuki likes chilling in the club. Doesn't want more people here. Natsuki doesn't say anything else as she holds her eyes shut. To say I'm shocked at what Natsuki said, it would be putting it lightly. As I look over at Monica and Yuri, I can conclude that feeling is mutual. The four of us enter uncomfortable silence. The air conditioning is a bit louder today. I gotta break the silence. Well, personally think that no, Dave. Natsuki's right. Her voice slightly breaks as she says that, looking at me with an incredibly crushed look in her eyes. It's a stark contrast with the confidence Monica always wore in spite of anything. This time feels different though, almost as if Natsuki's words hit a little closer to home. Monica gives a shaky sigh before her eyes focus back onto mine. Why did I think this was a good idea? It's one I grew quite familiar with. She's blaming herself, but before I can say anything, Natsuki already got her back and stood by the couch, her. I try to open my mouth, but nothing comes out. More silence follows before Natsuki says, I'm gonna go home. I just don't feel like I belong here right now. I look back at Monica. Her breathing is a little louder than usual. She appears stressed out. Something that before now I doubt I've ever associated with Monica. Sigh, not making eye contact with her. I know. Then hear gentle footsteps make their way towards me, causing me to look back. I look right into my eyes, and the mine beyond those lavender eyes were suddenly working like clockwork as she tries to find the words to say. I do have to ask though, Dave. What made you want to join this club? The emphasis on the word you makes a personal question all the more personal. I think for a bit. To be completely honest, I hadn't really decided why I joined the club beyond the atmosphere being quite relaxed. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that that might just be a perfectly justifiable reason for wanting to join. A nice, quiet environment to cool off, relax, and maybe do a bit of reading. I'm sorry most people would want that. Besides, I relay my thoughts back to Yuri, who just simply listens to them. She got a natural talent at that for sure. I think I feel the same way. She smiles with a thoughtful spark in her eyes. It's a spark that I don't usually see unless she's reading. I get why Natsuki's hesitant about new members though. Like who knows what getting new members will do to the atmosphere of this club. Yuri ponders for his moment. Like quality over quantity sort of thing. Yeah, sort of. I've only been part of the club for a couple days and I can tell everyone's bringing something special to it. I'm not opposed to getting anyone new, it's just complicated. I nod as Yuri completes my sentence. I sigh and relax, and she sighs and relaxes her arms. I think I understand. I usually prefer more relaxed environments that I can share with a friend or two. It might be a bit harder to imagine with more members. Not to mention more people tends to lead to more conflict, I'd be less than appreciative of. You and I both. Yuri's eyes then focus on me, piercing through my retinas. She's blushing faintly. Besides, I just enjoy how the club is now. Another brief moment of silence follows. However, this time, there's this weird tinge of awkwardness to it all. The silence is then broken by the sound of a chair moving against the floor. Dave? Yuri? Mine and Yuri's shared gaze focus on Monica, who wipes her eyes before continuing. I know I'm asking a lot for the festival. If you're not up for it, I understand. But regardless, just know that I'm really glad to call you my friends. She caps that off with an almost additional Monica smile. Almost, simply because there was a little unshakable somber aura about it. To it. Not about it. More likely a sort of aftershock of what happened. Yuri and I look at each other as we're totally deliberating it. Monica, Dave and I had a discussion about it whilst we're both a bit unsure about a new member. I'm still up for helping with the festival. Same here. The smile on Monica's face tells me all I need to know. Thank you both. I'm gonna finish things up a little earlier today. We'll start out the festival tomorrow. And with that, Monica goes back to the front desk, whilst Yuri and I started back home. After Yuri leaves for the day, I linger around in the club for a bit. The room would be silent if not for the clock and the audible sound of Monica writing. I think for a bit of whether I should ask Monica if she wants to walk back home together. Can't explain why, but Monica's initial reaction on screen reminded me of that day Siri told me about her depression. Just this expression of hopelessness. I'll go to this and kneel down to her level. Hey, Monica? Yeah? She looks up to meet my gaze. Her eyes seem a little drained. I was just wondering. We went home together?
Yep, 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 yep.
I'm getting in that.
I'd love to, but
Her voice chills off as her gaze fixates on the small stack of paper beside her. School stuff? She nods, seeming quite done. I think a bit more. Tomorrow, maybe? She looks back at me and her smile returning once more.
if I'm free, then absolutely.
I smile back. That definitely seemed to cheer her up a little. I had to move towards the door, and once Monica and I bid farewell goodbye to each other, I am off back home. The walk back home was a quiet one, mostly dominated by my thoughts about the club meeting. Maybe Siri was there, things might have gone differently. It seems like she always has another thing for easing people's stress. That being said, I can't help but feel bad for Monica. Again, I know Natsuki didn't mean what she said, but regardless of that, it definitely hurt her. Maybe I should have stayed a bit longer. I think aloud to myself as I unlocked my door. Once inside, I rest my bag against the wall and head to the kitchen. I'm a little hungry, so I quickly make myself a chicken sandwich and grab a loose can of Pepsi to help wash it down. Whilst eating, I contemplate whether to text Siri about the incident at the club. I know Monica will more than likely fill her in since she's the vice president after all. Fuck it, I'll text her. I put my phone on and get texting. Hey Sayo, Monica tell you about what happened today? It isn't long until my phone pings and responds. Yeah, she told me. Also, Natsuki apologized. The house eased my mind. I text her again. That's a relief. Siri and I end up texting more for much longer than I thought we would. And all the while, my mind goes back to Monica. I can't explain why, but I'm wondering how she's doing. I constantly asking Siri if she has her number, but that'd be it. I mean, yeah, Siri knows, and seems very hopeful that something may happen, but it's a little kind of worse. I understand that. I understand MC. I understand me. Monica's bedroom around 3 hours later. Oh, so we're going to Monica now. Why do I feel bad about lying to him? Not even that I had that much to do, so it wouldn't have hurt that much to walk with him. But hey, at least I got something to look forward to tomorrow. I toss and turn on my sheets, unable to shake off these feelings. Spread them for so long that I thought they weren't there anymore. Why am I trying to hide it? I sigh, curling up and grabbing one of my pillows and cling to it. As my breathing steadies, he pops into my head, once again, causing my grip on the pillow to tighten. Even when he's not here, he manages to comfort me. I don't know if I should leave it here. I'm gonna leave it here. This is enough. I haven't made any life-changing options, so let me add another save because I'm conscious. Thank you guys for joining me on this beautiful day. Uh, I don't know. What do you guys feel about it? For me, this was a very nice stream of being a fat chat. Uh, we can totally watch something else. Not watch, play something else. If you guys want to see me play anything, let me know. Low key, I'm down to like listen and like if I can get the game and run it because like that's the other issue. I have to be able to run the game because I'm playing on a laptop. I have a 1650 and an i5 10K at 400H. I think it's a 10,400H. I don't know. Point is, yeah, but if I can play it and shit, I'll try. I'm thinking of starting Fallout. So I might start Fallout. So if you guys, I can stream Fallout for you guys. You can stream anything. Just let me know. Bye bye, guys. It's nice talking with y'all. Nice playing with y'all. And shit, yeah, that's